Supervisor Smitty, Paul Soto from the Horseshoe. My questions my statements are more related to what goes on inside the building rather than the construction of the building. I'm glad that we have it. It's necessary. Uh, Juvenile hall was used to deal with a lot of the quote unquote psychiatric issues that were experienced by the Chicano community back in the late 70s and 80s and 90s. I was one of them. There was probably at any given point in time a couple of hundred children inside of juvenile hall, B1 through B6. I spent time in all of them. And the reason why I was there was simply because the tabs, there was this policy, a law that stated that we're going to go and pick up these kids because they're cutting school. That was my introduction into the system. And so, and it hasn't stopped since. I'm 54, still on probation. So I have a lot of experience with these kinds of facilities and experience with the lack thereof. And so getting back to Dr. Sarah Cody's position on racism is a public health issue. I'll never forget that quote because I was waiting for the memo to follow that. And I'm still waiting and I'm going to continue waiting and I'm going to continue pushing on it because I want to see it. I want to see this county's assessment of how racism has affected mental health and child adolescent development. And what impacts does that have on the life expectancy? What impact does it have on their viability as husbands and wives, their viability as functioning members of the communities in which they were raised? And I think those are legitimate questions to ask within the context of uh, what's it called, the psychiatric behavioral health services, because I think we need to study the conditions in which they experience those health issues. Thank